with the presidential election now officially confirmed, all eyes are on the state of Georgia as voters get ready for one of the most important elections in 2021. All right, the runoff election on January the 5th. Savannah, I hope y'all listening. Macon, Valdosta, Atlanta, surrounding areas. I hope y'all, Douglasville, Bankhead, Decatur, come on. The runoff election on January the 5th will determine who has control of the United States Senate when the Biden administration begins. And online right now, running for U.S. Senate, please welcome the Reverend Raphael Warnock. Good morning, Reverend Warnock.
Good morning, my brother Rickey Smiley. Good to be with you.
Hey, we are so happy to have you, and thank you for coming on this morning. Tell us, and just tell us in your own way, why do you believe, you are the best candidate for the office of this race? We already know, but why do you believe?
Oh, listen, there's no comparison. This is a defining moment in American history. And, you know me a while, Rickey. My whole life has been committed to service. I serve as pastor of the Ebenezer Baptist Church. It's the same pulpit that Martin Luther King Jr. served and the church where he was born. And I've spent my years there fighting for access to affordable health care, fighting for criminal justice reform. I've registered hundreds of thousands of new voters in this state. And I've always stood up for the dignity of ordinary people, the dignity of working people and poor people. And all of this emerges from my own story. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, one of 12 children in my family. Obviously, my folks read the scripture, be fruitful and multiply. I'm number 11 out of 12, and I'm the first college graduate in my family. I was able to graduate from Morehouse College. I often say on a full faith scholarship. I didn't have enough money for the first semester, but Pell Grants, low-interest student loans, paved the way for me to graduate from Morehouse, earn 4 degrees, including a PhD degree, become the pastor at Martin Luther King Jr.'s church. Now I'm running for the U.S. Senate. I understand the struggles of ordinary people. I know what it's like to try to just make it. And I want to take that passion and commitment to the U.S. Senate. I'm running against the wealthiest member of Congress, who has spent her time before she went to the Senate and since she's been in the Senate, making sure that the wealthy and the well-connected are taken care of. I think they've got enough representatives in the Senate. I think ordinary people need a voice.
Right. Now, piggybacking on that, Reverend Warnock, what are 2 issues, just 2, that'll be impacted differently by the Dems versus the GOP controlling the Senate?
Well, the first thing we got to do is we've got to pass COVID relief. And I know that they're close to a deal. We're hearing that. But we need to make sure that we get a package that centers the concerns of ordinary people. Because I'm running in the special election after I'm elected on January 5th, if the people of Georgia would give me the honor of representing them. Because I'm in the special, I would go directly to the Senate as soon as the election is certified. And I want to make sure that small businesses get the care that they need, that our workers get the PPE that they need, that we pass unemployment insurance for folks who've lost their jobs due to no fault of their own, and that we reopen our economy, but we do it safely in a way that we can actually stay open. But then we need to focus on health care. I've been focused on health care for years. I have participated in acts of civil disobedience, put my body on the line because I knew that other bodies were on the line. And Georgia is one of 12 states that has yet to expand Medicaid. That means we got 500,000 people in the Medicaid gap. These are mostly poor, working poor people. And we've had 9 hospitals to close in 10 years. As a U.S. Senator, I will make it even easier than it already is for Georgia to do the right thing, expand Medicaid, and make sure that the richest nation on the planet provides health care for all.
Gary,
yes.
This your pastor. You got to say something.
Good morning, Pastor. I'm going to say, look, I stay out of the politics, but good morning, Pastor Warnock. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
You don't have to... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm just ready to get back in church. That's my thing. I'm just ready to get back. And I know you're going to win, so I'm just ready to get back in church. Me and some of the church members are talking on Sunday morning.
Gary, we worship every Sunday. virtually, 9 a.m. at 11 a.m. You want to get.
I don't know how to.
You want to be back in the bill. You don't know how to log. Well, that's it. So you don't know how to log. So you don't know. So tell me, how you paying your tithes? Then are you mailing them? Or you?
Well, Pastor Warnock, I help people when I see people in need. My mom had 3 sisters that was destitute, so I gave them some money just last week. So I help people that I can see. But when I see the homeless person on the street, I'll give them some. But that's paying my tithes, Pastor. But I'm gonna put my tithes in the church too.
Ricky, I asked you the right question, Ricky. I asked you the right question.
You did. That's why I brought him in there. Hey, listen. Now with so many accusations of voter fraud in Georgia, and even the president trying to discredit the early votes that that were cast in Georgia, explain why now more than ever everybody needs to get out and vote.
Listen, your vote is your voice. Your voice is your human dignity, and you can't allow anybody to discourage you from voting, to steal your vote. We've had issues around voter suppression in this state. But let me tell you, the answer to voter suppression is to turn out. And we definitely must turn out this time around because it needs to be clear. We need to send a clear mandate from the people of Georgia that says that when the people have spoken, you will hear us.
Right.
And so that's the answer to voter suppression. Stand up. I'm very, very encouraged because I went to vote early on the first day of early voting. I was deeply honored to do it alongside Ambassador Andrew Young, a living legend and icon of the civil rights movement.
Yes, sir.
When I think of what he went through and John Lewis went through and Amelia Boynton, who was gassed on that same bridge, so many others, Viola Luiso, a white woman who gave her life standing up for voting rights, Schwerner, Cheney, and Goodman, 2 Jews and an African-American. We can not afford to give up. They had no reason to believe that they could win. Those victories were not inevitable. They were improbable, and yet they stood up because they knew that it was the right thing to do. All we have to do is make our way to the polls. Early voting has already begun. It began on December 14th. It goes through December 31st. You can also vote by mail right now. Don't wait. Don't delay. We say Election Day is January 5th, but, Ricky, we shouldn't be talking about Election Day anymore, not especially in the middle of a pandemic. It's election season.
Exactly.
It's the holiday season, and it's the election season. Vote now. Let's put it, and we can win.
Now, I want everybody all over the country that's listening, from Chicago to South Florida to Texas, Alabama, South Carolina, everybody in Charlotte and Kentucky and Tennessee. How can we support you, and how can people follow your campaign?
Thank you so much. Yes, they can go straight to my website, warnock4georgia.com. Everything's spelled out, nothing abbreviated, warnock4georgia.com. And that's important because we have built and we're continuing to build a virtual army of volunteers. You don't have to leave your state in order to support our campaign and our efforts. You can go to my website, warnock4georgia.com. You can be a digital volunteer. You can text people into Georgia and remind them to vote. You can call. You can send postcards. And so, with all due respect, we appreciate all the love and support we're feeling from all around the country because people understand how much is at stake. But because we're in the middle of a global pandemic and people have to, and we want people to stay safe, and because it's really the people of Georgia who have to rise up in this moment, even though the balance of the Senate is at stake, take the midnight train to Georgia, but make it a virtual train. We don't need a whole lot of folks coming to the state, but you can certainly go to my website, sign up, and support our effort and our movement.
Yes, sir. And we are so happy to have you this morning, and I hope you join us again, before Election Day. That's right. Like you said, it is election season. And everybody, y'all, please support Reverend Raphael Warnock, Morehouse's own. I'm so proud of you. HBCU. It just make you so proud. When you see somebody doing big things that come from an HBCU. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to give you plan the disclaimer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Good luck, and we will be out there pushing for you. And everybody, make sure you get out and vote. Give it up. Show your love for Reverend Raphael Warnock.
Yes, sir.